Alright, so when you're doing an ollie to fakie, it's pretty much just a regular ollie like you would in the street, except you're landing fakie. So for foot positioning, you want your foot to be behind the front bolts, about right there. And then your back foot, you want to be on the tail because you want to get a clean snap. And that's basically the key to this trick, is to snap the tail super hard, and that's going to pop your board up. And then the faster you go, the higher you're going to go over the coping. So just remember to go fast, pop your tail really hard, and then do an ollie motion, and then get ready to transfer your weight back into the transition going in fakie, and you pretty much should have the trick. One other thing I forgot to mention is doing ollie to fakies on a bigger transition is going to make your ollies higher. So for this little like 3-foot transition right here, you're not going to get very high, so try it on like my extension. If you have something high, like this is like 5 feet or something, so try it on that. Anything like 4 or 5 feet or higher, you're going to get pretty big airs, but something little like this 3-foot thing isn't going to get you very high, so just keep an eye out for that. So bigger transition is going to get you bigger airs, so yep, go out and learn them. Okay, so the main thing that makes this trick really hard is clipping on the coping up top right here, because if you clip, you're going to crash and it's not good. So that's really the only hard thing about ollie to fakies, is clipping up and then maybe landing fakie for some of you guys. So what you want to remember is just always keep your eye on like the front truck right here, because if you keep an eye on it, then you're going to realize when it's going to clip, and you can kick the board out from underneath you, and you don't have to land on it fakie, because then you won't crash. So when you're ollieing, you can kind of realize where your board's going to land. If you're focusing on the front truck, you're going to say, you know what, this is going to land in the transition, so I'm going to land it. But if it's not, you can kick it out, and it's going to kind of hit the transition, and you can jump off of it. So that's the key to this trick, is realizing that your front truck is either going to clip or it's not going to clip. Because if it's not going to clip, you can stick the ollie to fakie, but if it is, then you'll know when to kick out. So if you snap your tail really hard and drag your front foot up like you would just a regular ollie, you shouldn't really have any trouble with this trick. So that's the main deal. If you can ollie really well on street, you can make it to transitions pretty easy on a mini ramp. So just remember that, and then always just try to land on the bolts, because when you're landing back in on the bolts on your front trucks and your back trucks, it makes landing a lot easier, and it makes your board last longer. So. Alright, so once you learn ollie to fakies, you can learn ollie grab to fakies. I suck at them, so I'm not going to do them, but you can learn them. You can also learn kickflip to fakies, and I'll show you how to do one just like so. Basically, it's just a kickflip, only you're flipping it vertically and you're landing in the transition. It's pretty easy, but the biggest mistake people make is not slamming the tail down hard enough. And if you slam the tail down hard, then the board's going to flip and flick up towards your feet easier. So do that, and if you can do kickflips flat land, you should be fine. So let me know how it goes. That's ollie to fakies.